Hi, I'm Emily. Thanks for joining me on the mat. We're going to do a really strong and stretchy flow for the shoulders today. So hopefully there's a bit of challenge to the shoulders, but also a little bit of relief thrown in there as well. So don't forget to give the video a like if you enjoy it, and also subscribe so we can see each other on the mat again. All right, so let's get started. Jump up to the top of your mat. Just start by rolling the shoulders up and back a few times. And then as you're ready to reach up, maybe look up, bend through the elbows, come into this cactus position, squeeze the shoulder blades together to really open through the chest, and then circle the arms down, fingertips to the floor, head is heavy. Rolling back up, reach up, lengthen through the side waist, bend through the elbows, open the chest, and then roll down. Rolling back up, reach up, bend through the elbows, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and roll down. Twice more at your pace. Rolling up. And open to the chest. Release the arms down. This time just roll back up to standing. Interlace the fingers behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then start to roll down into your forward fold, knees as bent or as straight as you like. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Maybe you rock the fist side to side. Just offering some movement in the upper body. All right, when you're even, just bring the arms down and step the right foot to the back of the mat. Right knee down, untuck the right toes, and then roll up, kneeling lunge. Reach up towards the ceiling. Take a moment just to check in with the lower body. Squeeze the right buttocks to bring the hips underneath you and better open through the front of the right hip. Separate the arms, bend at the elbows, and find some chest opening and a back bend. Circle the arms forward. This time, press the buttocks back to find a forward fold. Left knee can be as bent or as straight as you like. Bring everything back forward, kneeling lunge. Separate the arms, cactus arms. Circle the arms forward, buttocks moves back. Three more times at your pace. Find the opening. And then find the forward fold. When you come through this last one, really squeeze through the shoulder blades. And then as you reach forward, let's settle in for this one for a few moments. All right, start to walk or move your body forward, finding a kneeling lunge. Right hand stays down, left hand reaches to the ceiling. Big twist. You might like to reach back. And if you feel like you've already got a bit of openness through the body, you could bend your right knee and maybe grab onto your right foot, opening the top shoulder towards the ceiling. Still squeezing the right buttocks just to open through the front of the right hip, whichever position you find yourself in. And then slowly release. Don't let the foot rebound. Place it down. Bring both hands on the inside of your left foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee, coming into lizard lunge. You're welcome to stay here or even come up higher onto fingertips and just moving back and forth. If it's comfortable for you and you want to go there, perhaps you bring elbows down for a low lizard lunge. Just starting to really open through the body. All right, coming back to stillness, find a strong position. And from here, I really want you to squeeze the left shoulder into your left, or your left knee into your left shoulder. Keep that connection and then pick the left foot up off the ground. Ooh, strong through the belly. Place it back, high plank. All right, here's our first shoulder strength test. Come down onto forearms. And then from here, try to keep the body in one long line. And then we're going to push the body through between the shoulders and then round the upper back. Let your body go down a little bit and then lifting back up. 3 more times. Down and up. Down and up. Well done, you did it. Place the hips down, untuck the toes. Hands can reach forward for Sphinx pose. Draw the chest forward in between the arm bones. You might look a little to the right and then over to the left. And come back to center. Come down into your belly, hands either side of the lower ribs. Lift up all fours. And then press back to downward facing dog. And take this moment to really move through the body in the way that feels best for you. Perhaps pedaling through the feet. You might even like to swivel on the feet. Get a little bit of side body lengthening at the same time. And then find a moment of stillness here in downward facing dog. Step or hop to the top of the mat, coming into your forward fold. Little lift through the chest, and then come back in towards your legs. Roll up to standing, head comes up last. And then add on reaching through the arms. And then separate, bend through the elbows, open the chest. Float back down into your forward fold. Lift through the chest, support yourself on fingertips. Knees are as bent or as straight as you like. And then fold down. This time, let's step left foot back. Left knee comes down, untuck the toes. And then roll up, finding your kneeling lunge. Squeeze the left buttocks to bring the hips underneath you and really capitalize on the opportunity to open through the front of the hip. Bend through the elbows, open the chest. Sweep the arms forward as you straighten through the front leg. Touch the fingertips down, forward fold. All right, coming back up. Reach up and then find the chest opening. Hands come down. Reach up, open. And then close down, reach forward. Twice more. Really opening to the chest, squeezing the left buttocks to support the pose. And then reaching forward. Lengthening through the right leg. One more time. This time, we'll just pause in the forward fold. Taking a moment to really focus on opening through the back of the right leg. Keeping it comfortable, knee as bent or as straight as you like. And then send your weight forward, placing the bend back into the right knee. Well done. Right hand to lift towards the ceiling. Easy twist. And then you might like to reach back Bend through the left knee to take hold of the foot. Still squeezing the left buttocks. Opening the chest to the ceiling. Imagining you're peeling the right shoulder back. With control, let go of the left foot, place the foot down, and bring the right hand on the inside of the right foot. Tuck the back toes and lift the knee, finding your variation of lizard lunge with a bit of extra movement in there as well. So you might like to come higher up onto fingertips, find the movement there, or some variation of coming lower or all the way onto your elbows. Just checking in with what you need today and moving there. All right, come back to stillness. Find a really strong position. You know where we're headed. We're going to squeeze right knee into right shoulder. And then as you're ready to, pick right foot up off the ground. And send it back. Find high plank. So here we're going to add on another shoulder challenge. Okay, so come down onto right elbow, right hand, left hand, left elbow, right elbow, left hand, right hand, right elbow, right hand, left hand, left elbow, right hand, right hand. Let's do one more set. Right elbow, right hand, left hand, left elbow, left hand, right hand. Did you make it through? All right, you can add on here, knees up or down for your half push-up pose, all the way to the mat. Untuck the toes, squeeze the buttocks to lift the chest, cobra pose. And then release, press back up through all fours. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Finding stillness here. I know the arms might still be a bit struggling in this pose as well, but see if you can stay with it. Step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. And then a little lift as you arrive. Forward fold. Roll up to standing. Reach up high. Bend through the elbows, open the chest. And then circle the arms down. Fingertips to the mat. Little lift through the chest. And forward fold. Step your feet back into plank pose. So here it's your choice whether you keep the knees up or you want to put them down. But I'm going to challenge us to do a bit of a double push-up. All right, so I'll do it knees down first. It's the same either way, but it's just a whole lot more challenging. Let's see what we can do. All right, elbows come down by the body, half push-up, lifting back up, half push-up, squeeze the buttocks, lift the chest, upward facing dog, knees can be down, or if you're doing the full push-up, knees are up. And then press back, downward facing dog. Raise the right leg high. Bend through the knee to open the hip. Trying to bring right heel as close as possible to right buttocks. See if we can open through the front of the hip a little more. And then swiveling on the left foot, so you come onto the blade of your left foot and bring the right foot down behind you. For wild things, squeeze the buttocks to lift the hips and reach the right hand back. And then start to undo that little back bend we had. Come into side plank, stack the feet and reach the right arm high. If you'd like to, you can always adjust to having the left knee down onto the mat. You might also like to shuffle that left hand forward. I'll come into the full side plank variation. Wherever you are, we'll start to reach back with the top hand, and if you're high in the plank, bring the hips down low. And then lift them up like a rainbow, creating an arch through the body. Twice more. Lower the hips. And lift. If you're on your knee, it'll just look like this. One more. Keep going. Big arch. Excellent. Come into high plank, however you get there. Come onto right elbow, and then spin onto the right side of your body. Left hand reaches high. This time, let's reach underneath our body towards the back or behind us, and then open it up. Reaching through. And opening up one more time. We can do it. Come back into high plank. We're going to come through that double push-up variation again. Knees down or up. Chaturanga Dandasana, half push-up. Press back into full push-up. Into half push-up. Upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. We've got this. Bring the knees down. Untuck the toes. Take a moment. Maybe interlace the fingers behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Shake it out, whatever you need. When you're ready, downward facing dog. Raise the left leg high. Bend through the knee. Open the hip. Trying to squeeze left heel to left buttock. As you swivel onto the outer blade of your right foot, left foot touches down behind you. Squeeze the buttocks to lift the hips and reach the left hand back. Wild thing. Right, undo that little back bend. Stack the feet. Come into side plank. Again, bringing right knee down this time if you want the extra support. Adjust the right hand forward a little. Lower the hips. Reach the hand back. There's one. Big side bend. There we go. Come on for two. Lower the hips. And then lift. Reach up and over. Once more. You can do it. Whew. That is tough. Come into high plank. Take a moment there. Then straight away, bring left elbow down. Find side plank on the left. Reach the right hand high. Reach down underneath you and open up big. Twice more. Reach down and up. One more time. You can do it. I think I'm just encouraging myself at this point. Come into high plank. Knees up or down for your variation of your double push-up flow. Downward facing dog. Find that moment of stillness. You can do this. Bring the knees down. Sit back onto the heels, untuck the toes. Give your arms a little shake. Whew. Well done, guys. All right. Just taking a moment to collect yourself, maybe close down the eyes, hands in the lap. It's a moment just to check in with that heartbeat. See what's happened there, what's happened to your breath. So much going on, so much effort. This is your chance just to bring your focus a little deeper into your body. In our practice, we have so many lefts and rights, and somehow end up with so many feet and so many hands. So how can you just take these quiet, slow, small moments in class to really revisit why it is you've come to the mat? All right, blink open your eyes. We're going to move through a pose called dolphin pose. So I'm sure some of you will be really familiar with that, but some won't. So I'll do a quick little intro. So essentially it's like downward facing dog, but we'll be on our elbows. So like we've got a high plank and a plank where we're on our forearms, we've kind of got the same thing with downward facing dog. So I'll just give you a little visual demonstration. So upside down U or V shape, but on the forearms. And we're really lifting, the head is nowhere near the floor. Really lifting through the shoulders. And that's why I've added it to this class, because of course we're really trying to build strength in that place in our bodies. So little tips that I like to give for dolphin pose: have the elbows shoulder width apart, so not close and not too far away. Want to keep it tight and stable. And also I like to undo my pinky fingers instead of having them interlaced, because I feel it gives me a flatter edge. It feels more comfortable on my hands. So you might experiment with that, see if it works for you. All right, we're going to do 3 variations of dolphin pose. I want you to work with what's right for you. And the challenge that we're looking for is going to be so different. So what's really challenging for me might be really easy for you or really hard for you. So, we're just trying to find what's right for us. Essentially, every pose that we do, you can do with knees up off the floor or knees on the floor. And that's your way of just bringing down the intensity. So let's just get straight into it. Set up, so elbows shoulder width apart. You might try unlacing the pinky fingers. And then when you're ready, tuck the toes and lift the hips. You can just walk your feet in as much as you're comfortable with, but make sure you're really pushing through the arms so the head is nowhere near the floor and we're really working the shoulders. We're going to hold it here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring the knees down. Slow to get up. Take it slow. We don't want to create any dizziness. Again, just shake the arms. Maybe you do a little back bend. All right, I want to keep that intensity going, that heart rate going. Let's get straight into the second variation. Let's do our good setup, elbows underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the buttocks, and then walk the feet in as much as you like. From here, raise the right leg high. We're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, straight over, lift the left leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the left leg down, knees down. Take that moment to let the body equalize as you walk your way up. Maybe do a little twist side to side this time. Excellent. Third one, let's get into it. Set up, remember, really pushing to lift the head as far away from the floor as you can. Come into dolphin pose. For this one, we're going to move our chin forward towards our thumbs and then press back. If you can, let's do it 10 times. So this is number 2. Press forward, 3, and back. 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going, you can do it. 8, 9, one more. Come on. 10. Knees down. Give yourself that time to equalize. Place the forehead down. Maybe reach the hands back by your feet for child's pose. all that work, all that intensity. Now you can just let it melt out of the body. Let your shoulders soften. Let your torso soften over your legs. You might like to roll your head from side to side just to massage through the brow. Sometimes we can get a bit of concentration tension through the brow or maybe through the jaw. Just taking this opportunity to check in with those points that often hold tension and letting it release. When you're ready to, just help yourself up. Ooh, feeling my arms. All right, so before we move on, let's just see if we can do a little release. I think when we work the shoulders a lot, sometimes we can start to work the neck a little bit as well. So I like to just gently do a little release after I really work the shoulders. All right, so I'm going to mirror you. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open through the chest. Beautiful. And then with your fist, let's see if we can bring it on the right side waist. Yep. If that doesn't work, just somewhere along the way. And then from here, I want to bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. And just gently roll forward. Again, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then we'll bring the fist on the left side waist. Left shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. You can use this opportunity just to close down the eyes. Really tune into the sensation. And gently roll forward. Shake out the arms. All right, I'll join you again facing the long way on your mat. So what we're going to do now is come into a pose called Anahatasana. So with this pose, what we're trying to do is bring the hands really far forward, keep the hips above the knees or thereabouts. And then it's almost as if you're trying to get your chest to the mat, and some people can, and maybe you can. I can't. So I'm still working on that. Maybe it's a 20-year pose for me. So just coming down, encouraging the chest down, but in the stretch, still keeping an eye on the strength. So pressing really strongly into the hands as you bring the chest, the chin, or perhaps the forehead down towards the mat. And just remembering that balance between strength and stretch. Hands are pressing really strongly into the mat. Slowly come out of the pose, walk the hands back towards you. So now with this next pose, I want you to bring the right hand out in front of you, but on the outer blade of the hand. And same kind of principle, balancing strength and the stretch. So still really driving the blade of the hand into the mat, as you come forward, and like a hammock, just start to twist a little bit so you can come almost into a side bend facing towards the left side of your mat. You might rest your head down onto your arm, sending the breath deep into the belly. Slowly come back. We'll switch it over. The blade of the left hand, reach it forward, just supporting with the right hand so you can come into this little side bendy twist kind of pose. Just feeling that long line of connection down the left side body all the way into the arm. And letting your belly move freely with the breath. Gently help yourself back up. Let's send the feet to one side so you can come into a seat. And then with the knees really bent, just lean forward to reach for the outer blades of your feet. And then from here, keeping the body low to the legs, just see if you can comfortably walk the heels out a little bit further, just letting the legs be as bent or as straight as they are, keeping the integrity through the body. And letting your head nod towards your knees. Release your hands to gently walk yourself up. And then take a moment just to put on any cozy socks or jumpers that you like to come into before you come into Shavasana, your final relaxation. Roll down onto the mat and just find your way to a comfortable position, palms face the ceiling. Let your feet flop out to the sides and close down the eyes. Just letting the mat fully support you. Wherever you feel a little bit of holding or a little bit of tension, just send a really deep, relaxing breath in that direction. So we're just going to lay here with stillness for a couple of minutes. Just enjoying either the silence or perhaps you have some music playing. Just letting yourself be still and soft and supported. Gently starting to wake the body up with small movements. Just wiggling the fingers and toes. Maybe you feel your breath deepen a little. You might like a big morning stretch, reaching the hands back, lengthening through the body. And then roll over onto your side. Gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat. And let's just take one last deep breath together. Inhale. And exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. I hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe so we get to meet each other on the mat again. See you later.